How you doing? Walkman. Want to talk about MJF's promo last night and a quick review of the show. Great show. Show flowed well. Had more matches, more, and even they add every time they add matches. I don't. It's like it don't even seem short. It don't seem like it's short or time's wasted or I feel like it should have lasted longer. Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, is really learning how to pace the show and make everything make sense and get people and segments on there to really put because the pay per view they only got one more Dynamite next week. They got one more Dynamite before the pay per view, which is on March 6th. But this promo, this promo was like he. If you don't know MGF, just type in MGF AEW or MGF um, Major League Wrestling MLW because that's where he was doing. He was it with MLW and independent promotions before, and promo was it was true. He told a story about one of the things he told the story last night on in his promo was about when he was a high school kid and 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 he just joined was this he joined the football team. High school, middle schooler. He said he was 11 in this promo. That's a detail I didn't know how old he was, but yeah, but these he talked about this before in a promo MLW. It was like basically his final match, like basically losers leave town match with Mansoor. If you know who Mansoor is, Mansoor won that match, and then that was basically MJF's last match in MLW. I'm sorry, spoiler alert if you didn't know, but in his promo, basically the what I say about the promo is he had legitimate tears coming out. You know, his eyes was red. Can't really say you know. I could tell. I could tell he was or he was already upset, man. And there's a picture. If you know about this famous picture of him and MJF. He was 11 apparently. MJF and CM Punk. I'm saying him. You know, MJ is MJF had a went to a signing where CM Punk was. So MJF is 11. CM Punk is so I believe there's like a let me see. It's about a 12 years difference in age because MJF is about 24 right now. So Punk is about no, he's 40. Punk is 42 now. Punk had to be about 27, 28 when they're in this picture. But might have it all wrong. I didn't double check, but the point is he said that day meant everything to MJF because he had just well, he had these. But going back to the story about the quarters, these high school kids through didn't like the fact that he had just got accepted to the football team, and he had rolls of quarters, and he threw it at him. A roll of quarters, he threw it at MGF, and it exploded. And he said, "Kung Fu kidding." Anyway, he said it exploded. Sorry, said it exploded, and he went home. They said, "Now pick it up, Jew boy. Pick it up. Pick up all the quarters." So he said that night. He went home after school. He cried and cried. He then he stopped. He said, "Yeah, but this is the night that I'm gonna get to meet my hero, CM Punk." See, CM Punk was a hero to MJF, according to this promo. I mean, well, it's obvious. He had the poster. He even talked about it. He was one of his inspirations. But my point about this whole promo is that you go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's like it's I think it's at 250,000. The show it hasn't one been off the air for 24 hours yet. The clip it's like an 8-minute clip on YouTube. Doesn't it it's it makes you almost at the end of it's almost make you want to root like the last after hearing that story in context and then he said, "Well, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not. You can go ahead and drag because it's gonna be a dog collar match if you can CM Punk and MJF." He said, "I'm not gonna quit. You can drag me across cross. It can bleed, make me bleed, but I'm not gonna quit because I be just like you, and I'm not. And we all know that I'm better than you. He pauses, and then you know it. That's his catchphrase. I'm better than you, and you know it. So no music. His music doesn't hit. He walks. He drops the mic. He walks to the corner. Then the crowd starts getting. You start hearing this rut. Like the crowd starts getting riled up. It's CM Punk. He came out no music. Came out the tunnel down the ramp. He's very cautious before he gets all the way into the ring. He's looking at him like MJF is not really making eye contact. He's like just thinking about it. He's like looking off to the distance. CM Punk is to the right, basically to the right of him. So CM Punk carefully gets in, right? So he's like, is this true? Is this real? Is it real? He's not mic'd. You can just hear it because the camera has its own little mic on it, so you can hear it. It's picking up. He says, yeah, it's real. And MJF just steps out of the ring, and CM Punk is baffled. Now I'm thinking, now yeah, at the end of that, yeah, I'm like, damn, kind of want him to win, you know. I mean, listen. If you know MGF, you can type in MGF. He lives the gimmick. He lives the gimmick. He's an absolute fucking asshole prick. Even at the signing, like I think it was just last week. I think it might have been this past weekend. There's footage of him going back and forth with an 11-year-old girl. His father's there. I mean, it's nothing too harsh because she's coming back right at it. He's doing. When you think about it, it's like you gotta have at that age you gotta have good comeback, good timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she has it. She's not. If you catch it, one of the things he says to the little girl is, "How old are you?" And MJF says, "Oh, 11? Oh, you know your father made a big mistake 11 years ago." Then one of the last things he says, because they're going back and forth because she has he said she said that scarf it looks stupid. You know your father would have avoided a very terrible mistake if he had spent $10 on a condom. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that is the whole back. I'm paraphrasing the back and forth, but that's one of the things he said to the little girl. There's the two things he said to her. Again, check the promo out. It's worth it. Damn. So yeah, the show starts out just quick. That's the main thing. There's no nothing to rant about. I might do a quick overview. Let me just do a quick overview of the show. It starts off with a battle royal, right? It's the battle royal. It's a tag team battle royal, and it's gonna be a triple threat match at the pay-per-view. Okay. So it's every tag team's in there. And then I started saying to myself, why is there a battle royal? Why don't you just use a ranking system, right? There's a ranking system, but remember, everything resets at the beginning of the year. Everything resets at the beginning of the year. So everything's back at zero. Okay, everything's back at zero. So every tag team, yeah, there's tag teams that's been wrestling on Dark, and and then also there's been tag team matches on Dynamite. But that's what are we? What is that? Like, the 7 weeks worth of matches. Like, it's about what was it, So it's like we had okay. I started saying, man, what, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I get it now. So we're getting a battle royal where all of we gotta go, but both members gotta go over the top rope, right? And then we're getting Casino Battle Royal. If you know how those work, if you know AEW, that's the following week. So we're getting two. So it's going to determine it the second team. So the team Red Dragon won. So there's one of them. There's one spot taken up, and it's probably most likely going to be the Young Bucks who win the next week. it's looking like it. So so it looks like there's turmoil and friction there. Most likely, they're going to cancel each other out, and then Jungle Boy and Lucha Express, they have the tag team titles. They're probably going to retain, and I think that's fine because I don't want them to lose the belts just yet. Honestly, I want Santana and Ortiz to win, Proud and Powerful. I want them. I think they should be the next ones. But either way, every team looked legit. I think the only ones you can, I think, uh, every team looked legit. It's basically legit. So I think every team. You know what? I just realized. I think the only team that wasn't in there was Chaos Project, and they had one. They had won a few matches. The last few years, but they've been taking a lot of L's. Serpenticles were taking a lot of L's, a lot. Luther done cut some weight. He got he got some like he got some muscles going on there, but yeah, I ain't see. But yeah, he probably wasn't even in it because he didn't even he had such a bad record. So, but I gotta look at it again. I don't remember them getting eliminated. But the promo after that, the promo was there. After that, then the next match was all right so one segment that I wanted to talk about after after Red Dragon won. Adam Cole came out because Adam Cole got jumped by Red Dragon and Adam Cole the previous week. So he came out by himself with the title in hand. He started rolling up his sleeves, put the title down, set on the apron of the ring, cleaned house. So after everybody was out, he said story time for it's story time with Adam Cole. With Adam Page. That's Adam Cole's line. He actually got a chair, actually sat down in the middle of the ring. Red Dragon and Adam Cole was still in the ramp. So let me see. So yeah. So when he sits, let me see. Hangman, okay. Story, okay. In advance of their match at Revolution. All right. So then we have a segment after that. He cuts a promo on Now we cut to Shivani with Brian in the backstage. They're doing an interview. Because he's facing Brian Danielson. Excuse me, is facing Daniel Garcia as the main event tonight because he wants to teach the new guys violence. All right. Alrighty then. All right, now this is match. Second match is House of Black, House of Black is actually what Aleister Black calls the audience, the people that supports him. But they need to go with which is fine. But it's Brody Lee and Aleister Black. They're the kings of the Black Throne. That's their tag team name. But Penta, okay. So Penta comes out as Penta Dark, Penta Dark, which is if you watched, and I remember this character from when he was Pentagon Junior. But he didn't have they don't have the patent for that. That's why he's known as just Penta El Zero Nero, which is zero fear, which is still something he used to say. He has zero fear, but he can't. Great interest. Watch it. Great fight. They lost their they had fought before, and because Aleister spit the black mist inside Pentagon's face, so he came back as he brought out the darker side with that, and because that's when he was breaking arms. If you ever watched, if you did watch the show, so this ends in a very clever way. Aleister Black gets ready to spit the mist inside Penta's face again. So he actually covers Aleister Black's mouth, and he's actually choking on it. And then when he's choking on it, he actually does a sunset, rolls him up, holds his legs down because he's choking on it. He can't, and he winds up getting the pin. So Penta and Pac get the win on this. So immediately, as soon as the bell rings, right, it's over. Brody Lee gets back in the ring because he got wiped out. Brody Lee got wiped out by Pac. Brody Lee gets back in the ring, just starts pounding on both of them. So Alistair he's outside the ring getting himself together. He actually grabs a bottle of water that's on the ring table, and he grabs the shovel because Penta came out with a shovel. He's about to go. He gets in the ring. He's about to go. He puts put it to his throat, and like he's about to go ahead and do something to his throat, Penta's throat. Lights go out, comes back on. It's it's what is it? Buddy Matthews. I'm about to call him his old name. Buddy Matthews pops back up, and we knew he was coming, but we didn't know when. So it's the debut of Buddy Matthews. All right, so while he winds up, Alistair makes him do basically a curve stop he makes Buddy Matthews does a curve stop onto a steel chair, to Pentagon. And then lights go out again. All three of them are gone. Brody Lee, Alistair, and Buddy. They're all gone. The next segment is it's Jericho and Eddie Kingston. They have a segment. Because you got yeah, this is a fucking great promo. But in a way, it's always a great promo when it's Jericho and especially Eddie Kingston. You talk about two masters of the mic, So they're basically they say, how about something like on a fight tonight? How about a fight at Revolution? So he's basically said, and then Jericho's basically made the point, well, you can't win the big one because you're afraid of success. I'm the big one, so you have to beat me. So I'm looking forward to that. Now it's this one is the Face of the Revolution qualifying match. This is to find out. It's Ricky Starks versus 10. Now I was hoping 10 might have been get in there because just on Rampage, Adam Cole just beat him. But this got to be long term storytelling. I mean, it's not to say I wanted Ricky Starks to lose either, but he could have, because he already got Will Hobbs is already in there. Powerhouse Hobbs, he's already part of Team Taz, but but he wound up he got him in the he got 10 is his finishing move is the full Nelson, kind of similar to Bobby's Lashley or the Master Lock. It's the full Nelson. He choked and get passed out. He had him in there, but Ricky got those long arms. He managed to grab the mask of 10 and pull it. He couldn't see, so he was distracted by that, and so Ricky bounced off the ropes and then hit him with the spear and was able to pin him. Okay, so that's the fourth member. Right now in the ladder match for the Face of the Revolution ladder match. By the way, the winner get the challenge for the AEW title, world title. Wait a minute. At least that's what it was last year. I don't know if they changed it to the world title but it should be for the world title because as far as I know, TNT is just an open challenge, so it should be for that. But so I don't think that changed. It doesn't make any sense if they changed it. But anyway, so this Ricky Starks is in there. What like I said, Powerhouse Hobbs is in there. Keith Lee, he won the first one against Isaiah Cassidy. That was the first qualifying match, and then Wardlow. So we need two more spots. So, I think that they had announced that it's gonna be what is it? He said it's Orange Cassidy. I forgot who he's facing. Let me see. Let me make sure. But let's get to the match. Finish the match list out. TBS Women's Championship, the Bunny versus Jade Cargill, which I felt like it was a good match. Jade, if you don't know, Jade Cargill is 20. This was 27-0. She got the win. She's 28-0 now. Bunny had a lot of nice offense, very smooth. Jade Cargill has been working with Daniel Bryan around, and she's been developing very, very nicely. And her hair is green now. If you don't know it. She had the platinum blonde look like Storm. That's one of her characters. If you ever look at her Instagram, there's old pictures of her dressed like Storm. She could be perfect if you ever do the X-Men. If you want to go and revisit that, she'd be perfect. So yeah, the widow, yeah. So Jade, they called it Jaded, which it could be called, which is called the Glam Slam also, but in WWE. But yeah, it was great. It was a nice transition. She the rat down the rabbit hole is Bunny's finishing move, which basically she's like, it's almost like she almost got him in a Sister Abigail type laid back position, and then she turns and she drops an elbow as they're falling, and she got Jade in that position, but Jade actually got up, did a quick drop step, turned around, got her up into the, if you know the glam slam, they're like this, and got her up, and then they basically face plants, and she turns them over. And she got the 1, 2, 3. That was the fourth match. I liked it. Great match. At least I liked it. So yeah, so it was a backstage segment with Alex Marvez. That's one of the announcers, one of the Slash. She announced. She hasn't announced in a couple of years. Was one of the interviewers, but Keith Lee. And then Ricky Starks had some shit to say, and then Will Hobbs and Keith Lee got a nice little stare down before they left. Oh, so yeah, wait, there'll be a nice one-on-one match. Will Hobbs and Keith Lee. Take my no problem. Main event: there's Daniel Garcia versus Bryan Danielson. It was a chop fest, that technical wrestling, all that. It was fucking great. He Bryan stomps away. He gets some, he look. This is how good Garcia is. He got him in the cattle mutilation. I was like, oh damn, but his legs are so long. He was actually able to squirm and get his feet to the ropes. So he had to break it. But this was a great match. I mean, it's Bryan Danielson. What else? But yeah, but he actually gets put out in a triangle sleeper, where he has his leg, he has his arm caught, and his legs caught around Garcia's neck, and so but then he make it insult the injury. He got him locked in, so he doesn't need his arms, so he's just going like this thing. Bryan Danielson is. I'm like, son of a, look, I can't listen. He's so entertaining, even when he's being an asshole. You still love it. So after that happens, 2.0 jumps in. 2.0 and Garcia, they're like a trio. They come in and start beating up Bryan Danielson. Moxley comes out the back, from the concession through the crowd. You know, beat him. Beat up 2.0. Finish them off. So you watched it last week, right? Bryan Danielson wants Moxley for them to team up together and help build a legacy in AEW. So he said, but Moxley said, I don't team up with anybody unless I bleed with them first. So he wants to fight. So this is his answer. Bryan Danielson finally answers like, yes, we can fight, we can bleed together at the Revolution. But then he says, but don't. Bryan Danielson says to Moxley, but don't be surprised if you're the only one who's bleeding. And so they go nose to nose. That's how it goes off the air. I just want to do a quick run through. But it was, like I said, a great show. Flowed well. A lot of interviews, a lot of promos. I mean, we had 2 outstanding promos from Eddie Kingston and Jericho, and then MJF and that quick one, and then, like I said, just give me good wrestling. Give me compelling shit. Like, yeah, I mean, you got good wrestling on WWE, and I said this already. You have good wrestling on WWE. You just don't have no characters to get in. Like the same fucking characters. Anyway, this isn't a rant time. This is me. Just wanted to get you. If you didn't get a chance to watch the show, hey, if you can watch it, but if you didn't, I hope I gave you enough details about what's going on and on up to the pay-per-view. All right. So yeah, you gotta check out everything. But yeah, that MJF promo, like, he's good. He made me even want to start to. MJF, he almost made you want to root for the motherfucker. There was a few people you heard clapping after he was done. Shit. All right.